So today we're going to start in child's pose. You can either take this with the knees together, or you can bring the knees out towards the sides of the mat. Bring the toes to touch, and we'll slowly walk the hands towards the front of the mat. Maybe you stay up here and place the block underneath your chest, or you can bring the forehead all the way down to the mat. Focusing on the breath here. Slowing down your inhales and your exhales. We'll be focusing on the throat chakra today. This chakra is known to be a place stored for our communication and how we express ourselves. The throat chakra allows us to speak our inner truth. And sometimes our throat chakra can be blocked. So today's flow is going to help us unblock anything that might be in our way and allow us to communicate freely in a truthful manner, not only to ourselves but to others. If you'd like to, you can set an intention here now. Option to stay where you are, or you can deepen the stretch by grabbing two blocks and placing them shoulder width distance apart in front of you at the top of your mat. You'll bring your hands to the top of the blocks and you'll slowly lower down, getting a deeper stretch in the upper back and shoulders. If you feel any pain come out of the posture, breathing into any discomfort, knowing it's only temporary. We'll inhale to slowly come up, moving any props that you may have had. And we'll come into a tabletop position by having the shoulders over the wrists and the hips over the knees. We'll drop the spine and look up towards the ceiling, and we'll take lion's breath here. It might feel a little silly, but that's all right. So what you'll do is you'll take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, you'll stick out your tongue. So it should sound like this. We'll take that for 3 rounds. Deeply inhale. Inhale. Last time. As you exhale, we'll come into a cat position, and we'll take some cat-cows here. Inhale to cow. Exhale, glancing towards the belly button, pushing the shoulder blades away from one another for cat. Inhale, bring those shoulder blades together, gazes up towards the ceiling. Exhale. Take a few rounds here to your own breath. One more back to a neutral tabletop position. We'll inhale to lift the right arm up. As you exhale, thread it underneath yourself, coming into a thread the needle by bringing the right cheek to the mat. Maybe you come onto the fingertips of the left hand. Maybe you walk that arm out to the front of the mat. Also an option to take a half bind here by wrapping that left arm up and over your body, grabbing onto the right hip crease. A few weeks ago, we worked on a balancing thread the needle. Option to take that now by straightening that left leg, making sure to keep the hips nice and square as you lift the left leg, squeezing the glutes and finding balance. If you took the balancing posture, you can bring the leg back down to your mat, unraveling any binds, replacing the left hand back towards your face. We'll inhale to lift the right arm up. As you exhale, place it back for your tabletop. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, thread the needle. Option to come onto tented fingers on the right hand. Maybe walking them to the front of the mat. Option for that half bind here by rotating the arm up and over the spine, grabbing onto the left hip flexor. If you're taking balancing thread the needle, you can do that now by straightening the right leg, keeping those hips square, and slowly lifting the leg off the mat. Balanced position, return the leg to the mat, unravel the arm, and as you inhale, lift the left arm up, exhale, plant it down, coming back into your tabletop position. We'll take puppy stretch here, keeping the hips over the knees. We'll slowly walk the hands out towards the front of the mat, bringing the chest down, maybe even bringing the chin to the mat. Beginning to open up that throat chakra here. Inhale to slowly walk the hands back. And then we'll push back into our first downward facing dog of the evening. Making sure to pedal out the feet. Moving the hips side to side, whatever feels good for you. Pushing through the thumbs and the pointer fingers. When you're ready, you can come into your expression of downward facing dog, whether that's with bent knees or straight legs. We'll take 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar A here. We'll inhale as we slowly walk the feet towards the hands. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Option to have the knees bent and the hands on a block, if that serves you. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. The hands are either on the shin bones or on the thighs, and the shoulder blades are being brought together on the spine. and over the head. Exhale, bring the hands through prayer and place them at your sides for Tadasana. We'll gently close down the eyes here, feeling the feet root into your mat, creating mind-body awareness, finding your balance here and recentering. Blinking open the eyes, we'll inhale, lift the arms up and over the head. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant the hands and step the feet back, coming into a high plank. And we'll take our first vinyasa here. We'll inhale to rock forward. Exhale, bend the arms, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Exhale, push it back into your downward facing dog. Inhale to step or hop to the front of the mat. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise up, arms over the head. Exhale, coming to Tadasana. Inhale the arms up and over the head, maybe a slight back bend here. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, and take a vinyasa. Inhale to step or hop to the front of the mat. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, Uddha. Inhale, lifting the arms up and over the head. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, arms up, slight back bend. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop back into Chaturanga and take a vinyasa. We'll inhale to lift the right leg up and back. Exhale, place the foot in between the hands, adjusting it as needed. We'll drop the left knee to the mat, coming into Anjaneyasana. Bringing the arms to cactus, we'll take a slight back bend here, opening up the chest and the throat. As you exhale, bring the hands to the mat, straighten that front leg for half split. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, halfway split. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, halfway split. Inhale, rock forward. Bring the hands to the front of the mat. And step the right foot back to meet the left, coming into high plank. And we'll take a vinyasa here. Inhale, lift the right leg up and back. Exhale, place the foot at the front of the mat. Coming into our high crescent lunge, slowly rising up, bringing the arms up and over the head. Staying nice and strong here, maybe taking a gentle back bend. Slowly shift the weight forward and we'll push off that left foot, keeping a slight bend in the right knee for Virabhadrasana 3. 3, warrior 3. Do exhale, place that left foot back to the back of the mat. Exhale the hands to the front of the mat. Step the right foot to meet the left and take a vinyasa. We'll inhale the right leg up and back. And we'll bend the knee, coming into scorpion dog. Option to stay here in your scorpion dog, or you can flip your dog, coming into a wild thing. You're in wild thing. You can flip back over, coming into your downward facing dog. We'll inhale to lift that left leg up and back. Exhale, place the foot in between the hands. Dropping the right knee this time, coming back into our 𝕍𝕠𝕒𝕣𝕒. Bringing the hands to cactus. Taking that slight back bend here. As you exhale, we'll straighten that front leg, coming into half split. Inhale, 𝕍𝕠𝕒𝕣𝕒. Exhale, half split. Inhale, 𝕍𝕠𝕒𝕣𝕒. Exhale, half split. Rocking forward, coming up onto the ball of the right foot. We'll step the left foot back to meet the right, and we'll take a vinyasa here. Inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, plant the foot in between the hands and slowly rise up into your high crescent lunge. Maybe taking a slight back bend again here. We'll slowly shift the weight forward as we push off that right leg, coming into our ℍ𝕗𝕗 3, warrior 3. A slight bend in that left leg. Always an option to bring the hands to prayer. As you exhale, we'll place that right foot to the back of the mat. Bring the hands to the front of the mat. Step back to plank and take a vinyasa. We'll inhale the left leg up and back. Scorpion dog by bending the knee and pointing the foot towards the right side of your room. Option for wild thing by dropping that left foot all the way behind you, lifting the pelvis up, and the weight is in the right hand. We'll flip our dog back, coming back into a regular downward facing dog. And then we'll inhale that right leg up and back. And as we exhale, we'll place the foot towards the outside of the right hand, coming into lizard lunge. We'll inhale the right arm up, coming into a twisted lizard. And on your next exhale, we'll roll onto the outer side of the left foot. We'll stack the ankles, coming into Vinyasa. If you have wrist pain, option 1 is to bring the left knee down to the mat. Or option 2 is to come onto the left forearm for a forearm plank. slowly off the mat, keeping on the fingertips. And as we exhale, we'll bring the right shoulder to the mat. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, drop the left shoulder. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, drop the right shoulder. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, drop the right shoulder. Inhale, back up to center. And then bring the hands to the sides of your body. Push up to plank and take a vinyasa. We'll inhale to lift the left leg up and back. Exhale, place the leg to the outer side of your left hand, coming into lizard lunge on the second side. We'll inhale that left arm up, coming into a twisted lizard. On your next exhale, we'll rotate onto the outer side of the right foot, stacking the ankles, coming into Vinyasa on the second side. Again, always an option to come onto the forearm if you have any wrist pain. Making sure not to drop the hips, but to lift them up towards the ceiling. We'll exhale to come back to high plank, dropping the pelvis once again, bringing the hands to the top of the mat at the corners of our mat. This time, keeping the palms flat on the mat, we'll actively push our palms to help us elongate the throat and stretch the chest further. On your next exhale, slowly release the upper body onto the mat. We'll bring our arms to our sides and we'll take one round of locust here. We'll inhale to lift the legs and the arms off the mat, engaging the glutes and actively pulling the shoulder blades together to lift our chest further off the mat. Exhale, release. We'll bring our hands to our sides, push up to plank, and take a vinyasa here. We'll inhale to lift the right leg up and back. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose, and then shoot the leg out off to the left side of your mat. We'll roll onto the sides of both of our feet, coming into a fallen triangle, lifting the left arm off the mat. Again, actively pushing those hips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, drop the left hand back to the mat. Coming back into our high plank with our knee to our chest. We'll exhale, push it back into three-legged dog. And then drop the right foot, coming into your regular down dog. We'll inhale to step or hop to the front of the mat. Slowly coming up into your Utkatasana chair pose. Making sure the pelvis is pointed forwards rather than being pushed back. We'll pull that in. The hands are either up towards your ears or they're in prayer. We'll inhale taking a slight back bend. Exhale, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant the hands and step back, take a Vinyasa here. We'll step or hop to the front of the mat. Coming back into our Utkatasana chair pose. We'll inhale to shift the weight into the right foot, and as we exhale, we'll shoot the left foot back, coming back into our high crescent lunge. We'll slowly begin to open the arms up into a T, bringing the right arm towards the back of your mat for a revolved high crescent lunge. We'll inhale to reverse our warrior, bringing the right hand to the left hamstring. Exhale, cartwheel the arms to the front of the mat, step the right foot to meet the left, and take a Vinyasa. We'll inhale to lift the left leg up and back. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose, and then drop the foot towards the right side of your mat, coming onto the sides of the feet, lifting the right arm up for fallen triangle. On your next exhale, bring the right hand back to the mat, coming back to our high plank, knee to nose. Exhale, press that left leg back to three-legged dog, and then drop the foot, coming back to your regular down dog. We'll inhale to step or hop to the front of the mat. And rise up into our Utkatasana chair pose. Inhale all the way up, slight back bend. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant the hands and step back and take a Vinyasa. Inhale to step or hop to the front of the mat. Rising up into our Utkatasana. Slowly shift the weight into the left foot and lift the right as you shoot it back, coming into our high crescent lunge. We'll exhale and drop that left hand behind us, coming into a revolved high crescent on the second side. As you inhale, reverse your high crescent, bringing the left hand to the right hamstring. Exhale, cartwheel the arms to the front of the mat, step the left foot to meet the right, and take a Vinyasa here. From our down dog, we'll drop the knees to the mat, and we'll grab our two blocks and place them by our ankles. We'll take 3 rounds of Camel here. Our first round, we'll bring the right hand to our block, and we'll inhale as we lift that left hand up towards the ear, coming into a slight back bend. Actively pressing the pelvis forward. If you want to take this pose deeper, you can slightly move the block, maybe coming onto the toes and grabbing the right hand to the right ankle. Inhale back to center. We'll exhale, place the left hand to the left block and lift the right arm up towards the ear. Again, actively pushing the pelvis forward. Option, take it deeper by coming to the ankle. We'll inhale to come back to center. For our last round, I have two options. One, you can take this with your hands to your heart. Or two, you can bring both hands to both of your ankles and take full expression of camel. Tonight, I'm going to take it with my hands in prayer. We'll take a deep inhale and then exhale, opening the chest and the throat, coming into your expression of camel. If you feel any lower back pain, you can always bring your hands to your sacrum and actively push forward. Inhale back to center. Moving any props out of your way. We'll come into high plank and we'll take our last vinyasa for the day. From our down dog, we'll come to a seated position. We'll bring the right foot towards the glutes, and we'll lift the left leg up and over the right, bringing the sole of the foot to the mat, and we'll take half Lord of the Fishes here. We'll inhale that right arm up towards our ear, and as we exhale, we'll hook that right elbow onto the back of our left knee, and we'll place the left hand behind the spine, coming into a nice twist here. The gaze is over the left shoulder. Slowing down the breath. We'll inhale to unravel. Taking some nice windshield wiper movements with the legs here. Making sure to bring both knees down to the mat as you move from side to side. Then we'll come back to center. We'll bring the left foot towards the glutes this time. We'll lift the right leg up and over the left. Inhale the left arm up towards the ear, and as you exhale, we'll twist and hook that arm on the back of the right knee. Bringing the right hand behind us for the second side. As you inhale, you're lengthening the spine. And as you exhale, you're twisting a little bit deeper. unravel ourselves. And we'll take those nice windshield wiper movements again here. We'll come to center. Maybe adjusting yourself on your mat, giving yourself room behind you as you bring the spine down onto the mat. We'll take 2 rounds of bridge here, keeping the soles of the feet flat on the mat. We'll inhale to lift the pelvis up towards the ceiling, squeezing the glutes. And then exhale to slowly lower the spine back to the mat. Inhale, lift the pelvis up. Maybe this time you clasp the hands behind you, rolling the shoulder blades together on the spine. Your gaze is towards your belly button. And then exhale to release. 2 options here. You can take supported shoulder stand by bringing a block underneath the sacrum, which is the lowest part of the spine, and lifting the legs up towards the ceiling. Or you can remove the prop and take the full expression of shoulder stand by rocking your legs up towards the ceiling, bringing the hands to the base of the spine, rolling the shoulder blades together. If you're in full shoulder stand, make sure not to look left or right, as that could injure the neck. Engaging the legs, pointing the toes. Option to take plow by either keeping the legs straight or bending the knees and dropping the toes behind your head. Whichever posture you're in, you can slowly lower 1 vertebrae at a time, coming onto your mat, maybe readjusting yourself, giving yourself more room. Taking any final movements you need here before settling into your Savasana. When you're ready, you can bring the legs wide on the mat, bringing the arms off the mat, the palms facing up. We'll gently push the back of our head into our mat, and we'll roll the shoulder blades closer to one another on the back, and then release down. Closing the eyes. Focusing on the breath to bring more mind-body awareness. Reminding yourself here to speak your truth and communicate with the world your needs and your desires. And remind yourself to be open and understanding to others as they share their expressions and communications with you. Slowly letting the mind become still. slowly begin to bring awareness back into the body. Maybe wiggling the fingers and the toes. Rolling out the wrists and the ankles. We'll inhale the arms up and over the head, taking a nice good morning stretch. And as you exhale, we'll roll onto our right side, coming into a fetal position. Slowly pushing off that left hand, we'll come to a seated position. You can open the eyes for a moment here. We're going to take the mudra that comes along with the throat chakra. What you'll do is you'll bring your fingers together, almost like you're going to give yourself a little handshake. And then you'll bring the thumbs together, creating an O shape. You can either keep this hand mudra in your lap, or you can bring it up closer to your chest. And then we'll gently close down the eyes once again. After today's practice, I want you all to remember that you have a voice worth sharing. And it's okay to express yourself freely through communication, not only to yourself, but to others. And if you ever feel stuck and feeling like you can't openly communicate, maybe you come back to this practice and remind yourself that you are worthy of sharing your inner truth. We'll inhale the arms up and over the head. Exhale, bring the hands to prayer at heart center. We'll take 3 rounds of Om here. If you're new to Om, feel free to just listen or jump in at any time. Slowly inhale. Om. 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 The light in me honors the light in each and every one of you. Namaste.